In 2016, the KPMG Women's PGA Championship was held at Sahalee Country Club, and I was there for that, and it was a big success. And I'm very happy to see the announcement that it was going to be held again here in 2024 from June 20th through the 23rd at Sahalee Country Club. And we have with us today to talk a little bit about that is Callum McLuckie. And Callum is the corporate sales, hospitality, and marketing person for the championship. And Callum, thanks so much for jumping on with us today.
Tom, I can't thank you enough. It's been great to be working up here at Sahalee Country Club and love our association with Washington Golf and everything we've been able to do in our partnership.
Yeah. So your office is on site at Sahalee, is that correct?
We are based up here in Sahalee, so we've got the championship office, and it's kind of set up just outside the parking lot. We've got myself and then my colleagues that cover volunteers and operations.
Mm-hmm. And you'll be there for the duration, I'm assuming.
Right through the championship and then past that. Yep.
So I got to ask, how did you get to be involved with this championship? Are you with the PGA of America overall, or are you just a local person who they connected with to be the point person? How did this all come out for you?
Tom, this is a great question. A lot of people ask that. They're like, do you work for KPMG? Do you work for Sahalee? So I work for the PGA of America. We cover 4 majors, with that being Ryder Cup, PGA Championship, the seniors. And then the KPMG Women's PGA Championship. And I got involved with this championship in particular because I'm a Pacific Northwest guy, and they were getting a team started up as we're making our return to Sahalee. So I jumped all over the chance, not only to work for the PGA, but also to work at Sahalee, which is just a beautiful course.
Yeah. So you work with the PGA, and but you say you're a local guy. So you're from here, but you travel around the country, or how does this work for you?
It's a great question. So originally, I'm actually from British Columbia, but I consider ourselves part of the Pacific Northwest. So
sure.
we're claiming that local status.
Okay.
So yeah, so I'm based here, and then with the nature of these championships, we change location each year. So we have an on-site team. So I'm part of the on-site team for the Sahalee Championship.
Okay. And last question about this particular thing. Do you travel around the country for the other championships for the PGA of America?
So full candidacy here. I started with the PGA of America last May, and then I had the great pleasure of being at the 23 Women's KPMG PGA Championship, which is out at Baltusrol. So I was able to travel out there. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So again, I want to talk about the 2016 championship here at Sahalee, and something. Again, from my perspective, from what I saw, again, I was just sort of outside the ropes. I was sort of involved a little bit. We had a partnership with the championship back then a little bit, but from what I could see, seemed to be a nice success. And there must have been something that worked for the PGA of America and also for the KPMG folks that yeah, let's go back there again.
It's that close collaboration. The city of Sammamish and then Sahalee was so supportive of this championship. They want to. My headphones are disconnecting here. It's championships.
There we go. I got you.
Apologies for that.
That's all right.
Yeah, so it was the immense support from Sahalee where they wanted to have major championships at their site. So they hosted 98 PGA Championship, 2016 the Women's PGA Championship, and then 2010 the Senior Open, and it's part of their mission. So they just unbelievable amount of support from them and then the city to host what is a major championship in golf. So we jumped all over that chance, and you saw the titans of industry in the Seattle and Pacific Northwest come in for it, and it just monumental success we had that year.
Yeah, the club does have a long history of hosting major events there, major golf championships. Is there a template in place for your team to sort of say, okay, this worked and this worked. Let's go redo this here this way. Maybe tweak it a little bit for the 2024 championship. How does that work for your team?
Absolutely. So we were able to see who were sponsors, who were people that we brought in for that 2016 championship, what worked for them, what didn't work, and we're able to build off of that. Kerry Haig is a monumental part of the PGA of America, and he has been instrumental in really mapping out the course and seeing what worked well. So we saw 2016, we saw, obviously how that ended with Brooke Henderson and Lydia Ko, and the way he had mapped out the course for that, we're looking to replicate and build off of for 2024. We're very excited for it.
And Kerry Haig, he was so he's been there a while in that role at the PGA of America. He's the director of championships, is that right?
Correct.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, he was there for the 2016 championship, so I do remember him. So you mentioned Brooke Henderson and Lydia Ko from the 2016 event. Yes, Brooke won in a one-hole playoff over Lydia Ko. Brooke Henderson was just 18 years old at the time, and Lydia Ko at the time was the #1 ranked player in the world. So it was a very exciting finish to a great week. And as I understand it, both those players will again be here this week or this championship coming up.
Yes, we have not confirmed our talent pool yet of who will be participating, but for a major championship, you can always count on the best players in the world attending. Obviously, not knock on wood here, but just with injuries or the nature of how life goes, we can't confirm up until the championship, but you can always kind of rely on the major players being there. And with the way Nelly Korda is playing right now, Brooke Henderson coming back to Sahalee to, keep her title at Sahalee. You can count on seeing the best players in the world.
Yeah, well, it really. I'm looking at the ranking, the world rankings right now. It's a loaded field that you would have there if they could all make it. I mean, Nelly Korda is just absolutely on fire on the LPGA Tour, #1 ranked player in the world right now. Brooke Henderson, #5 ranked player in the world. Lydia Ko still in the top 10. She's #9. And last year's championship winner was I can't remember. I don't know how to pronounce her first name. Runing.
Yeah. So we say Ronnie. Yeah.
Ronnie,
just fantastic how she played at Baltusrol.
Yeah, she's the #4 ranked player in the world. So you're assuming you are correct that the best players will come to this championship because it is a major. It's going to be a tremendous field for the championship. That's for sure.
Absolutely.
So I do want to talk about the other events that sort of happen around the championship. I know that there's a lot of activity, a lot of moving parts. There's things like a women's summit. There's a pro-am. What else is involved with those two particular events with this championship and any other thing that's going to happen?
No, I appreciate you bringing that up. So KPMG does host the Women's Leadership Summit, where they bring in 300 top executives from across the country. They host them on site at Sahalee in their KPMG pavilion. So it's an on-course site. And it's essentially like a way for people to network and build up their aspirations to further themselves into the C-suites. And then in addition to having these attendees on site, KPMG brings in prolific speakers to address the crowd, their trials and tribulations as they've ascended into business and life. Past speakers for that have been Dr. Condoleezza Rice, Lindsey Vonn, and then Allison Felix was actually heavily prominated as part of the summit last year. And then I appreciate you bringing up the Pro-Am as well. So we do have a Pro-Am that we have at KPMG Women's PGA Championship. It runs on Tuesday, June 18th. Essentially with that, you get to play in a group of 3, the championship course just 2 days before the pros do. So you'll be playing in the same conditions they're going to play the course in. You get partnered with an LPGA pro. My colleagues and I have worked tirelessly to give like a gifting suite. Prizes are set up, and then there's an invitation to the pairings reception party, which is on Monday, June 17th, hosted up here at Sahalee Country Club. It's it's a really top class affair.
So the championship itself is held for 4 days, but really it's a week-long event. Really, yeah.
Essentially, the championship, like the golf play, is from Thursday, June 20th through Sunday, June 23rd. But we have ancillary events. Some are closed off, some are open to corporates or individuals that want to come in, like the Pro-Am. The Pro-Am is open to people that would like to purchase a Pro-Am group and come in. So absolutely.
Yeah, okay. So a championship such as this, large scale, how many volunteers does it take to run this?
It's a great question. It's quite an undertaking. So it's about 1,100 volunteers are needed to have a championship of this size.
Well, that's an army of people just on its own, just the coordination of that. Do you have a coordinator who does that, or?
So Lindsay Hanna is my colleague. She is the volunteer operations manager. She is overseeing this and just doing a tremendous job of getting support from local and then actually national as well. And it's even dipped into British Columbia for people who just want to be around golf and volunteer. And It's been very cool to see. Every hole on the course is actually assigned to a local club from around the Pacific Northwest.
Oh.
So they kind of take over the duties of seeing that. And then you have a wide range of duties that come with the volunteering. Everything from doing the leaderboards to player transportation, just about everything in between.
So there are 3 9 holes at Sahalee Country Club. Which 9s will the championship be held on?
Great question. So you have a north, a south, and an east. For the purpose of our championship, the north and the south is what's going to be the championship golf played on. And then the east will be supplementary for fan activation, vendor setup, and everything else that goes into the championship.
Okay. Is there let's see, for gallery, is there going to be a limit to the size of the gallery? Are you going to open it up to whoever? How does this going to work? I know that sometimes it can be overwhelming if there's too many, and sometimes so you want to find the right balance for fan enjoyment and all and player. Yeah. So,
yep, absolutely. So we have our operations side, and then Carrie Higg working closely with them on assigning where we'll put up some grandstands and viewing areas.
Okay. There you go.
So we're making it accessible, but not overwhelming, where it's going to be just encased in people.
So parking, off-site parking for gallery, I'm assuming.
Off-site parking, you're absolutely correct. So that is just we're in the stages of finalizing that, but there will be off-site parking available to everybody who's attending the championship.
And shuttling in from the lots and stuff. Is that correct? Yeah.
Absolutely correct, sir.
Okay. Yeah. So tickets are where do they get tickets? Where do people get tickets?
You're speaking directly to the guy who's responsible for that, so I appreciate you asking. So all tickets you can find through, so we partnered this year with SeatGeek. That's our official ticketing partner. So you can go into SeatGeek.com and then look up 2024 KPMG Women's PGA Championship. Or another way, and it gives you a good description of what's out there, you can visit our website, which is kpmgwomenspga.com. And on there, you'll be able to find hospitality, because we have tickets available for the hospitality side of things, as well as our GA tickets, and then volunteer opportunities while they're still available.
Okay, so there are different levels of tickets, daily tickets, weekly passes, all kinds of options. Is that correct?
There's a variety of options. So we have single day tickets for the GA side. So you can come in again Thursday, June 20th through Sunday, June 23rd. So you can get a ticket each day. And then we have what's called a flex ticket. If you purchase a Thursday ticket, obviously that's only good for Thursday. A flex ticket is where it's like, I say to you, Tom, oh, I don't know if I can go on Saturday. I might go Friday. I'm not sure about work. That flex ticket allows you the flexibility to use it on any day of the championship you want to. So it's a great kind of alternative there to put flexibility in a schedule if you're uncertain.
Yeah. Okay. So for you, Callum, what is the thrill of working on a championship like this? I know there are long hours and there's certain levels of stress because you're all focusing down to 1 week. I mean, this has got to be a 2-year long project for you. Is that right?
Absolutely. So I came in, like I noted, last year in May and brought in with the team, and the amount of support I got was great. What I liken this to is I was there at Baltusrol last year, and you're spot on. It's long hours, but I grew up playing sports, and I had this sense of teamwork with all my colleagues, and it's kind of like, you're tired, but you're putting on this great event. And for me, I kind of love it when I go above and beyond and I see the fans having the time of their life. That really puts things into perspective for me, and it's been an undertaking, but it's been such a rewarding one at that. So it's what helps put pep in my step every day.
There you go. Well, I know a lot of folks around here are pep in their step, just looking forward to seeing this championship. A lot of people I've spoken with are looking forward to it. We used to have a regular LPGA Tour stop here in the Seattle area. That stopped in 1999. So anytime an event such as this comes to town, especially a major championship such as the KPMG Women's PGA, this is something really to look forward to. Callum McLuckie, the Corporate Sales, Hospitality, and Marketing Director for the KPMG Women's PGA Championship at Sahalee. Thanks so much for being on with us today. And the dates again for the championship are June 20th through the 23rd. And tickets and volunteer information are available at kpmgwomenspga.com. And Callum, thanks again so much, and looking forward to this.
Tom, I can't thank you enough for the time. We're very appreciative of you and everything you do, and we hope to see you and everybody else June 20th at the championship.
We'll be there. All right, Callum.
You
Thank
take
you.
care.
Bye-bye.